Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Tight Talk. Today we're going to be talking about Jon Favreau replacing Kathleen Kennedy and becoming the president of LucasFilm. So, let's get into it. Real quick before the video begins, if you are a Marvel or Star Wars fan, I highly suggest subscribing to this channel where we cover Star Wars, Marvel news, leaks, theories, and speculation on a weekly basis. So make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss when we upload. So without further ado, let's talk about the benefits of Jon Favreau becoming the LucasFilm president. So I'm sure by now you have gotten a chance to see the Mandalorian series, and oh my gosh, is it amazing. Like, there has not been a Star Wars movie that has made me this happy in a while. Like, I mean, yes, Rise of Skywalker and Last Jedi and Force Awakens, it was an okay trilogy. It wasn't anything special. It was just a lot of repeating the original trilogy, but I still enjoyed it. But then we got Mandalorian in November, and it was amazing. And you know who made that? Jon Favreau. So, Jon Favreau becoming the president of Lucasfilm would probably be one of the greatest things for Lucasfilm at this point, because there is so much hate revolving around Kathleen Kennedy. Like, it's not even funny at this point. It's just, yep, there's another movie coming out, and the fandom is going to hate on Kathleen Kennedy. And to be honest, I would agree with that. Kathleen Kennedy has not done the greatest job. Then you have the Kathleen Kennedy supporters, which don't even get me started on this because they're super annoying, and their only backing up of her is that, oh, well, Kathleen Kennedy helped produce Mandalorian. Okay, yes, her name is on it, but she probably did absolutely nothing except for, yeah, you guys can make a show called Mandalorian. Jon Favreau and all the different directors that were featured in it and the featured writers, they were the ones who made Mandalorian, the show that completely took over the world, the show that was #1 TV show, I'm pretty sure, in the world for like 4 weeks straight. The special effects in it are amazing. The story behind it is awesome. It's something completely different in the Star Wars universe, but it still feels like Star Wars. Like, we don't get Jedi in it. Sure, we have Baby Yoda who can use the Force a little bit, but we don't get lightsabers. We don't get all these like crazy action space battles. We get a couple here and there, but it's more of a Western, and that's what it was based off, and that's what it's supposed to be like. It was supposed to take us into a different feel of Star Wars to set up for more shows like this, where we don't need a lightsaber in the trailer, or we don't need a lightsaber duel in every single episode to keep us entertained. I don't know about you, but I look at memes all the time, and one of the memes that I was looking at just recently was a photo of the movie Elf, and it said, Jon Favreau decided to create a Christmas movie, instantly becomes classic. Jon Favreau decides to make comic book movie, launches the entire MCU, because if you don't know, Jon Favreau wrote and directed Iron Man 1 and 2, and well, those two movies turned the MCU into what it is now. So, thank you, Jon Favreau, so much. And then, you get it again. Jon Favreau decides to make first live-action TV series for Star Wars. And it's an instant success. Like, so many people, I guarantee, have bought Disney Plus just for The Mandalorian. I did. I mean, I'm not the only one. Me and my friend share an account just so we can watch Mandalorian. And something else that's super cool about Jon Favreau is that the guy has already started production on Mandalorian Season 2, and we already knew Season 2 is coming out after the release of the second episode of Season 1 because the first 2 episodes were that big of a success. So if that doesn't just open your eyes to how much the fandom likes Jon Favreau right now and how much he would do for Star Wars. And something else that's really bad about what Kathleen Kennedy did is that she had no future plans for it. She made Force Awakens, but didn't know how the next 2 movies were going to go. She's like, well, we'll just let the writers do it. And that was where the trilogy was going to fail. So you see, the MCU has every 5 years planned out when they release a new film. So they have the next 5 years after that, the next 5 years after that. They know exactly what Easter eggs are going to appear, what new characters are going to appear, when these things are going to tie together. That's how smart Marvel is. And then you have Star Wars, where they released Force Awakens, and they had no future blueprints for it. They were like, we'll just see how Force Awakens does, and we'll just see how Last Jedi does, and we'll just see how Rise of Skywalker does. But none of the movies really fit together like that. Apparently, according to some rumors, J.J. Abrams had a full script written for The Last Jedi, but then they hired Rian Johnson to do it, and don't get me wrong, the movie was still okay in my opinion. It was bad in some spots, like killing off Snoke. I don't know why they did that. And we probably have the killing of Snoke off probably because of Kathleen Kennedy. We also have the reason of Captain Phasma dying because of Kathleen Kennedy. and building up another character, but then it does nothing. And yeah, I know people are gonna be mad because, oh, Kathleen Kennedy is so great. No, Star Wars could have been so much better than what it is. And honestly, Jon Favreau, if and once he becomes the president of it, I guarantee the next 6-10 years of Star Wars, whatever they have planned out, are gonna be absolutely amazing. Like, Star Wars is gonna be so fun to watch again. I'm super excited for the new Clone Wars series that's coming up because his name is on it once again. But hopefully they'll get this thing switched over. The one thing I don't want to change is that Jon Favreau's name on Marvel will now be diminished because he'll have devoted all his time to Star Wars once he becomes president of Lucasfilm. I still want him to be able to make the MCU good and all that. I mean, Jon Favreau started the MCU, so I think he should still get to carry on and write some feature films and stuff here and there. But I mean, we have Kevin Feige, and Kevin Feige is absolutely amazing. So I think with Jon Favreau working under Kevin Feige like this for the last 11 years now, I think that's going to be absolutely awesome because he knows how to set up a cinematic universe if that's what they're going to do with Star Wars. But yeah, I'm just super excited for this to happen. Please make this happen, Disney. I mean, the fandom has basically spoke out the last 6 years, whatever it is now that since Force Awakens came out. We want to change. The rest of the fans want to change, and Jon Favreau's your guy. Just saying. But yeah, this is really going on a while. I will see you guys in the next episode of Tight Talk or a vlog, whatever I decide to make. Honestly, yeah, I'm rambling on. Subscribe, Patreon link in the description below. Shop Garrett Pagel on Teespring, and I will see you guys in the next video. Marvel Star Wars fans, subscribe and hit the bell because it's awesome here.